Hello, my name is Logan Adamson, and today we will be looking at the assignment Psychology and Ideology. So, the theorist I will choose is Carl Jung and Joseph Campbell, and the film that I've decided today to look at is the 2014 version, Godzilla King of the Monsters. Now, I talked a little bit about this in class, and you talked about it as well, as how this fits really good into a mythic story with giant monsters and things like that. And I am actually kind of going to look at this through the lens as if it were a superhero movie. So essentially, in this film, Godzilla is the main character. Are looking at it through the film of the lens as if Godzilla were the main character, which is he kind of is, uh, in a way, uh, and how he essentially is the main hero of this film, and how he kind of goes through his own hero's journey. He doesn't have all the steps through it, but yeah. So it starts out with Godzilla needs to fight an enemy, uh, but when he fights it on his own, he can't really defeat it. And so he even battles it to the point of death that he actually has to go and essentially has to go and recharge his or rest from his wounds from the battle. Uh, and he actually has to be revived by the scientist team that we follow throughout the film. And when he has that and the help of other monsters, such as Mothra and Rodan, uh, he is able to defeat King Ghidorah, the main villain. So, how this fits in kind of as a superhero film is that, well, let's look at it. He's basically Hercules and he's fighting a Hydra. And even in the movie, King Ghidorah is a three-headed dragon that when one of its heads gets cut off, it grows back just like a Hydra's. And so, yeah, this is basically how it's mythic tale, and it also feeds into wishful fulfillment. How many times have we just been staring at something like, man, it would be really cool if that blew up or got stomped on. And so that's what a lot of this film is just showing that spectacle of really cool imagery and wishful fulfillment. How many of us wish we could stomp around like a dinosaur and just destroy all of our problems? And yeah, so that's how it's. A little bit of it is the wish fulfillment, but looking at it with the faith building a little bit uh, is kind of an interesting way to look at it. So I looked at this article. I think it is from, let's see, the San Francisco Chronicle. Uh, and the writer's name is Mick LaSalle. Sorry, Mick LaSalle. And he kind of talks about why superhero films are so popular. And one of the things he puts here, sorry, my dog's barking, is they are a response to a crisis of individuality. And by that, he means a crisis of belief in the individual's importance and power. And this is something I think we all kind of face throughout our lives, is kind of doubting ourselves. It's kind of getting really more prevalent in today's society with a lot of mental health problems. I know, for one, I suffer from mental health. Sorry, this is a horrible angle. But yeah, having just these films that allow us to look at other characters that they can't do certain things, or they can do things that we can't, but we can still relate to them in a way, kind of allows us to, in a way, try and be the heroes of our own story. Uh, And just one of the things I described before is even in the film, Godzilla couldn't the defeat the main enemy by himself, and so in a way it kind of teaches us that we need help from other people and help from others. And another way that this kind of helps with the helping us realize that we can do things even though we do doubt ourselves is one of the big things that affects society today and us all on kind of a personal level is how we look and are we as physically fit as we could be. That's just one thing that I've struggled with, to be perfectly honest. But in the film, Godzilla isn't exactly the beefy, uh, like chiseled, great abs Henry Cavill. No, he's big in the film, like kaiju size, but even to the other kaiju, he's a little bit more chunky. He's got a little bit of a belly. But even with all that, he's still able to keep getting back up and keep fighting. And yeah, that's kind of how I feel like this is essentially kind of a faith building for us as a collective unconsciousness, is that yes, we are kind of all similar in the fact that if we believe in ourselves and stick with others who believe in us as well, we can accomplish great things. Uh, so yeah, in closing, I think Joseph Campbell would agree that Godzilla takes on one of the 1,000 faces of the hero, and that this is a story that can be passed down from generation to generation, that they can understand that even though you can be big and scary, you can still be the hero. And so, yeah, that's essentially my thoughts on this. Thank you so much and have a great day.